episode of Fantasy Football. It's the fantasy football season. It's the fantasy football season of SuperFlex Sundays. I'm your host, Chef Dunna, along with the co-host with the most hosts, Mr. Average Joes, Don from Average Joes. How we doing? How we feeling? And how we living today?
I'm feeling good, brother. I'm inside in the AC, so God bless that. But I'm feeling good. We got an actual draft in the works now, but I'm feeling good, man. I'm ready to mock draft. Obviously, we're turning the calendar month to August, so we're wrapping things up. So let's get it started.
I have some traffic school to get done tomorrow, but August is right around the corner, and that's when the true redraft really starts. And so y'all better be commenting and sending us shit to help you win your leagues, because we do it for you. Smash that like, smash that subscribe. It goes a lot further than you think. Let's get this mock draft started, shall we?
Let's do it.
All righty. Money Monish at the 101. Let's get it cracking.
And we've gotten the pleasure to. He's in the other league too, so that's
yeah.
Out. Actually, I think we popped the league cherry. We got the first.
Did.
I think
you definitely did.
Okay. Yeah, that was good. He seems like a really good guy. Stuff. I've been giving him crap for being younger, but he definitely knows his crap, so that's good. So
he does, especially when it comes to liking Kyle Pitts and trying to trade me Kyle Pitts for Brandon Cooks, or trading me Brandon Cooks for Kyle Pitts.
Yo, bro, like we're trying to find balance in that other league, in terms of having to win now and still it being dynasty, right? Like Kyle Pitts, there's a lot of guys that are dropping. This kind of seems kind of status quo, like as expected. SuperFlex leagues, quarterbacks are going to be jumping off the board in the first few picks. Nothing too surprising here. Yeah, it's interesting to see Josh Allen kind of, not be the unanimous number 2 anymore, right?
Yeah. Oh, pick. All right. Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna switch it up. I'll go JJ. That's why we do mocks, right? Let's get weird. Let's do some weird shit. I picked 2 back-to-back running backs in the other draft.
4. Don't get it twisted. 4.
Yeah.
4.
Well, the first round, I went running back, and in honor of my boy Mike, because we give him shit all the time. We tell him this guy is classic running back guy. Running back, load up on your backs. I think a lot of people were like that. It wasn't until probably the recent years where a lot of people started kind of like noticing, hey, this is a passing league. Receivers starting to move up boards a lot. But that classic running back, locking your running backs is still present.
It's totally changed. It's totally changed because there's no bell cows anymore, and it's just committees. So you can get that second guy that does have the production that you want in the later rounds, like Tony Pollard last year.
Right. Exactly.
And now we see Tony Pollard going super early, and granted, because Zeke left. So that's a huge reason why. And I feel like best available is a huge strategy to use nowadays, like rather than like who you got. There's just so many players that you can pick that you may not be too high on, but if they're the best available, they're the best available. And look at that. He's back. Any given Sunday. Mike, double running back.
The running back special. Yes. I thought I had a hunch that he was going to play it out and do the running back. I didn't think he would go. Eckler, yeah. If you're going to go win now strategy, Eckler's definitely up there.
Yeah.
He's
this is redraft, so
Yeah. So
bitch.
That makes sense. Eckler and C-Mac.
Well, today is the day that people snipe the fuck out of me. Every day. I can't pass best available, right?
Yeah.
Can't pass that up.
Yeah, that was probably gonna be my pick. Nice.
So value-wise, stacking players are, because I have one in mind, but I don't want to say because they haven't been drafted yet. But like stacking these players with these quarterbacks with their receivers, like, is it more fortuitous to do it with the wide receiver 1 or the wide receiver 2 because you can get other players in the earlier rounds?
Yeah, I mean, it just really depends on who. It just depends. I mean, I can definitely see the wide receiver 2 working out. In the other league, Baldy went with Devontae Smith, but he also got AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he got hurt, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm very big on Devontae Smith and his value compared to AJ Brown. I'm an advocate of if you got Hurts and you want to do that stack, maybe you want to pick like you just mentioned, man. You pick a guy in the second or third round instead of AJ Brown and get Devontae a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
That might make sense, right? So I'm definitely on board there. Let's go. So yeah, I went Jonathan Taylor, trying to go best available. I guess for me, best available there. It was either him or Tyreek Hill. I could have went Deshaun Watson route. But with it being redraft, I can, even though it's SuperFlex, I'll wait a little bit and hopefully find some later round value at the quarterback position. But
yeah, and I mean there is honestly like there is so much. Going forward, there's players that are being slept on because they had down years last year, right? I'm still not going to say who they are because they haven't been drafted yet, but at the same time, they're older players, and I'm sure you can guess, right?
Yeah.
And then there's one that had a really good year, but he's still being slept on because they're like, oh well, last year was kind of maybe a fluke. You could probably guess who that is too. So, drafting wide receiver heavy or running back heavy or wide receiver RB, wide receiver in the first 3 rounds is all right, I think, in SuperFlex, especially if you're in the bottom 7.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially provided that, you got the 3 wide receiver slots compared to the 2 running backs. Definitely a wide receiver can be, there's value there. Look at the chat. Someone said, "Hey, is there what's the buy-in?"
Well, you can donate to the Fantasy Shot Callers Fantasy is Life charity. It goes a lot further than you think.
Yeah. Feel free to shoot the funds.
Yeah.
We need year 1. We need year 1 and year 2 funds right away, ASAP, right now. So.
Yeah, right. They're talking about Taco Bell. We will take Taco Bell gift cards. We will take those.
There we go.
And then we'll sell them for pennies on the dollar to pay for our editing fees.
Right. So yeah, just now noticing 3rd round reversal. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to pull a fast one. I knew it wasn't going to get it. I mean, I knew people were going to be like, hell no. But part of that trade that I made with Monash is that I traded for the 312, I believe. I moved up from 4.6 to 312. And then obviously immediately after that, I was advocating for 3rd round reversal. So,
well, you already were. You already were before you made that trade.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember, but
I was trying to. Yeah, I knew people weren't gonna go for that. That would have been pretty fucked up if we did for that guy, not for me. But not for me. That would have been great. So yeah, Adams still. I very much still I think will be a beast. A lot of people are off of him because of Jimmy G and things of that nature, and can Jimmy G continue to make Adams who he is, potentially top 5 receiver. But I'm still on Adams. Nick Chubb, great option there. That's a great start in Mahomes and Chubb. Then we got some wide receiver run. And then I have myself. All right, so I'm going to go.
I mean, come on, bro. Go Homer.
No. I'm gonna have some fun with it. I'm gonna go. I know he's in a holdout. I'm just on this running back spirit today.
I thought about him.
I need to. Yeah, I don't know. I guess all this talk about running backs and them not being paid and them rallying amongst each other. I don't know. I guess I'm in the running back spirit. I'm going running back again here, even though I have 0 quarterbacks in this SuperFlex league. Yeah, it should be interesting. Hopefully, it doesn't come back to bite me. But
I'm about to start hoarding quarterbacks. Careful.
Yeah, I might have to hit your line, dog. What was your 3rd quarterback? Was Danny Dimes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to check see where that draft is at, but I might have to hit your line. I got plenty of bags. We might be able to figure something out.
Because I don't think you have a pick in this round in that draft.
No, in the 6th round, no, because I had the 2 picks in the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mark Andrews, and then we had a nice little running back run here. So I guess I'm glad I went Jacobs. We had Pollard.
That's the PPR run.
Right. The Stevenson, ETN. Where are you at in ETN? I mean, obviously he was highly touted after last season because he took over that backfield. A lot of people were worried about James Robinson. Obviously, that's not a thing. But then now they have the rookie. So where are you at with Travis Etienne? Are you higher on him?
I sold him in a dynasty league that I really needed a second quarterback because my 2 quarterbacks were Trey Lance and Desmond Ridder.
Right.
So I sold basically all the Jaguars. I had Calvin Ridley and Etienne. I sold both of them, and then 2 other players for like Joe Mixon, Tua, Jahan Dotson, and Rashad Bateman.
Right.
So, I mean, if you can sell him right now, I would. I don't think I definitely think there will be a committee, but at the same time, man, like he looked explosive. I think they were like giving him a little bit of rest last year because it was year 1 after the injury. So, I mean, it's kind of based on depth, right? If you're a win now team and you can sell them for someone better, I would. But if you're like in the middle of rebuilding, I would probably hang on to him unless you can get good value. Like I'm in the middle of rebuilding in that league too, but like my team is stacked. Like, I mean, and I was in that trade. I was finally, after a year and a half of trying, I sold Keenan Allen.
Yeah, that's a tough one, especially. He's not a spring chicken, but any stretch. He's 31.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be 32 after the season. Don't do it. Don't.
Oh, come on, dude.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So clearly here, my guy Tua, I'm gonna go.
You have to.
Which is good. Yeah, I'll take Tua in the 4th. Obviously, there's serious concerns on any head injury. If he gets knocked down the wrong way, any head injury could be catastrophic in terms of what could happen. Is he going to play? How long he's going to be out? But then again, this is redraft. Nothing long term. Just need him to be healthy this year. If he is healthy, he's still one of the best in terms of fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I'm drafting my man. I'm drafting everywhere else too as my QB2 here. Danny Dimes, baby.
Yep, Danny Dimes. Nice rushing upside. Definitely, they're trying to put pieces around him, right? With the O-line, brought over Waller. They drafted Jalen Hyatt.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely trying to put pieces behind them. They keep a happy Saquon, hopefully. Saquon obviously looking for that bag, so he's got to perform here this year. So,
Mr. Mike, who's on the clock right now, any given Sunday, said that I took his son again.
Well, you took. Oh,
he keeps taking my son.
Danny Dimes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was definitely a draft and probably move him. We'll see what happens with that in the other league, but then we got Kenneth Walker. I'm sure people are starting to see the news that that backfield is kind of getting backed up. I believe Kenny Walker has a growing injury, so that's definitely something to monitor.
It's minor, but we'll see.
Right. Yeah.
Kenny McIntosh, baby.
I know Kenneth Walker had hernia surgery or he had surgery for hernia off season too. So that backfield definitely something to monitor there. Looks like Mike didn't go running back, so that's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, nice. And that's interesting too, right? Kenneth Walker, to monitor those injuries, because obviously if they get hurt, they'd be looking to bring somebody else on that backfield to help out. But then obviously they might be forced to air it out a little bit more, right? So a guy like DK Metcalf could reap the benefits. So you're up, big dog. Where you going?
Oh, yeah. I just got sniped once again.
Yep. Looks like what we call him. Ray. Ray just went 3 of the last 4 running back. Barkley, Kenneth Walker, Mixon, Dobbins. Okay.
And that's kind of the thing when you draft a tight end in the first couple rounds. Like you have to be ready to pivot in certain aspects because you're in need of these running backs and wide receivers, and the value is dwindling very quickly as the rounds get later. I do want to touch on something. Look at how much, if you remember correctly, before training camp, Aaron Rodgers was going in like the 8th round of SuperFlex, and now his ADP is 43 in SuperFlex, and that's all due to training camp.
Yeah. People are starting to see the highlights and seeing Garrett Wilson make spectacular catches, right? And people start to get hype them up. I think they're definitely they're a great team. They're gonna be a fun team to watch. They're a hype team for sure. They're kind of they're just a hype. They're exciting to watch, right? So not surprising that he's been climbing up the board. So I went Debo there. I'm hoping here that he has kind of a bounce back year from a fantasy perspective. It's camp, right? But all the right things are being said that Debo's in the greatest shape of his fucking life. And that's everybody. That's everybody. This is that time of the year where so and so is in the best shape of his fucking life, and he's looking good. Either he shedded like X amount of pounds, or he put on 20 pounds of muscle, and now he's a tank. Whatever the case may be, but that's usually around this time of the year where guys are in the best shape of their life until they get to camp.
Yeah, and then they get to camp, and the hype even grows even more. They get injured, or it dies down completely, and then they end up finishing top 10.
Right. Right.
Come on.
A couple tight ends. Hawkinson. Definitely thought about him there, but Murray Cooper, another year full camp. For Deshaun Watson, obviously he was able to play preseason, stuff like that. But yeah, full camp. Let's see what Deshaun Watson does.
Uh-oh. You still there? Average Joe's has left the building. He may be back. He probably will be back. Let's see. So, there he is. There he is. Mama, can you hear me? Maybe not. Maybe. Who knows? I can't hear you. If you can hear me, I can't hear you. So Cam Akers goes in the 6th round, followed by Dameon Pierce. So DJ Moore, Alexander Madison before that. D-Hop goes in the 5th. I think that's pretty good value there, setting his 3 wide receivers up, because this is a 3 wide receiver league, if you didn't know. So now you know. So let's see. Ground 0 goes Miles Sanders. And, if Brees can put in work, that's a pretty good backfield right there. 2 solid O-lines, most likely a run-heavy offense, especially in Carolina because of Bryce Young being a rookie quarterback, and then Jerry Jeudy. So Ray still is without a running back. So we are going forward there, and pretty much the no RB strategy is in full effect. Let's see. I'm gonna reach a little bit. Give me Ayuk. And while Average Joe's figures out his volume, and I believe he's back. Let's see.
Let's go.
Oh, can you hear me? I can hear you now.
Let's go. Let's go.
The technology gods are not on Don's side today.
They don't want me to win, bro, but guess what? We're going to make it work. We're going to fight through the technology issues. We're gonna give the people some good content and fire through this mock. So yeah, I went Kittle, which is kind of a strange thing to do. Considering I have Debo, but fuck it. Go Kittle and Debo, and hopefully Purdy or Lance or whomever is the quarterback feeds them. Debo will line up everywhere on the field anyways. He's a running back and a receiver.
Yeah, and I mean, so Lady Shotcaller just drafted him in that dynasty league, and that was another guy I was looking at on the turnaround with my next pick because the ADP looked like it was going to be all right, so I was able to get him. And that's the thing, big thing in joining these leagues, especially if it's a new league, you got to make sure to check league settings because the commish doesn't really have to say what the exact specifics are.
Right.
And just take it upon yourself to check because if there's rushing upside in other areas of point scoring, you need to go grab people like Debo, like especially if it's SuperFlex, quarterbacks that can run the ball, and do run the ball at least.
Right. So Mike, any given Sunday, 4 running backs, having faith in Javonte Williams' repaired knee. Dalvin Cook, obviously, rumored that he's signing with your Jets, right? So, with Breece Hall coming back from that ACL injury too, so it'll definitely be a 1A and 1B situation. So, get to thinking there. Christian Watson, Scary Terry, man, I love me some Scary Terry, man. I just wish. I mean, I'm not too high on how passer. I know he's got some rushing upside too. But man, I love me some Terry. I just wish that he could have had better quarterback play. Could have been so much better for that guy.
Welcome, Lady Shot Caller. She said I had several trades for that pick and I couldn't do it. Couldn't handle a snipe. LOL. Well, welcome to my world.
I've seen that people were lobbying for that pick. Lady Shot Caller, thank you for hearing me out for the 5-8 we swapped. Got you a nice little future second. For my sake, hopefully that second's late. Hopefully I'm doing something this first year, but we'll see. Nevertheless, we were able to get a deal done, so that was dope.
I guess Joseph is being kind to me since I've been going through it today and said, didn't want to snipe you with Connor there, Chef Dunna, my man.
All right.
If this was real life, you snipe away, my boy.
Yeah, exactly. This for sure. All right. So back against the wall, I went Swift. Extremely risky play there. It sounds like Rashad Penny, provided that his hammies hold up and he's healthy, he's going to be the kind of early back. Swift, they're going to try to use him everywhere, kind of like how the Lions want to use Gibbs, right? So PPR league, hopefully he gets a lot of receiving work and gets, he'll eat somewhere on some early down or third down plays. Chris Godwin, who I was actually talking to Ray and several other people on Chris Godwin, how I felt he was kind of grossly underrated in the beginning of the offseason. So the people who traded for him, definitely I feel like they won. It seems like his value is kind of slowly climbing because, people were kind of wary of him, rightfully so, because of the quarterback situation, whether it's going to be Kyle Trask or fucking Baker Mayfield, who I can't stand from on the field or off the field, even though I don't know this motherfucker personally. He's just a douche. But yeah.
What's up, bald guy?
What's up, my guy? What's for dinner tonight? Is it you having squirrel, Baldy? Little raccoon stew?
And if you want to get out of the stew, hit that like, hit that subscribe. It goes a lot further than you think. Don't like it, smash it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It was a good trade.
So I don't know if this is correct, but it just came out that Jonathan Taylor just suffered a back injury.
Lovely.
Wait. What were you talking shit about, Kenneth Walker? Huh?
No, is this for real? Is this real world or a joke?
They said it in the chat on Sleeper. I don't. I have not seen anything in anything.
The league or this. Hopefully not. Prayers up for my boy Jonathan Taylor. I'm in a few leagues, so please. I even drafted him in this mock. Oh man.
Baldy's asking how we feel about this Empire thing. Loving it so far. I mean, the only difference is the back-to-back champ, right? Right. But yeah, it's a good league. It's a bunch of sharks. So yeah, and then Money Monish says, "Go pick Baldy."
Yeah. No, yeah. So the difference definitely, I think, is that a portion of the money, the buy-in money, is going to go to that year, but a portion of the money is going to be held for the eventual back-to-back winner, and eventually, when that one lucky person or strategic person, however you want to say it, wins, they're going to win a decent pot of money, and then the league will reset, I think.
Well, look at that. I just got sniped for the 7th time today. Trying to go for that late. See, so that was the late round stack I'm talking about. Trevor Lawrence and Christian Kirk, right? So you could spend that 4th round draft capital on Calvin Ridley in SuperFlex, or you could wait until, what was it, the 8th, and draft Christian Kirk.
Right.
All these asking how'd that get started.
How'd that get started? Which one was that?
I don't know. How'd what get started, Baldy? How what got started?
In the beginning, God created the heavens.
Let's see. Will it be another running back in the 8th round? AJ Dillon to Any Given Sunday.
Yeah. Kyler Murray.
Oh.
Little.
Well, my man knows how to pick running backs, maybe not quarterbacks.
Yeah, a little stash. I mean, I think people were making their assumptions that he's going to be back like after week 8, kind of week 10, going to go real slow. But I mean, who knows? Maybe he comes back early. Surprises people. He comes back week, 4 to 6 or something like that. Or, you never know. But it does. I mean, maybe he's more motivated, right? It seems like a lot of people are happy that they moved on from a coaching perspective. But we will see.
Baldy's saying, don't get me wrong, I dig the archetype. And okay, JT back injury confirmed.
Nice. Lovely.
And it begins. This is fantasy football. Now we are really in fantasy football season.
Gotta love it. Good thing I drafted four backs.
Yeah, right. Seattle about to sign Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. What's going on? Let's see here.
I don't know. Is Dalvin Cook about to sign Seattle, though?
All right. I guess I'm going to have to take a chance.
Wow. Over Kenny the Goat Pickett, really?
Yeah. First of all, Kenny, I can't take a guy who throws with gloves on seriously.
What about Teddy Two Gloves? Everyone loves you some Teddy.
Yeah, I can't. The gloves. Yeah. I know he has small hands too. I think that was like that was a joke coming out of
We will never know where it was coming out of, but it was a joke. Are you incapacitated again? I guess so, maybe. Lady Shot Caller said, I'm going to need one of them backups out of you. And Money Moniz said, don't take Pickett. He is mine. He is mine. And, if you follow us for a good amount, you'll get a dope nickname like Money Moniz. All right?
Money Moniz.
So, you just got to go with the flow. That nickname came to fruition in the first ever Fantasy Shot Callers Followers League when we were doing the draft order. So just Just flows, baby. And speaking of him, he is on the clock. Let's see. Otto the Thotto unites. Oh, double tight end. Double tight end.
Wow.
George Pickens, Jamison Williams.
He really went double tight end, huh?
I think it was auto draft.
Oh, okay.
Samaje Perine finally goes. The next Adrian Peterson. Wi-Fi lagged on his computer. Yeah, sure. If you haven't already, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do it for y'all, and it goes a lot further than you think. How you doing there? Don? I can't hear you. Oh, and the world is just crumbling. And then Rashad Penny goes, let's see, who do I go with here? I think I'm going to go with another quarterback. I'm going to go Mr. Brock Purdy here. Third quarterback solidified. Can fill in for Danny Dimes. Thomas saying Perine the next two. You heard me, Adrian Peterson. No, I saw some creator say that Samaje Perine could be the next Adrian Peterson, and here's why. And so I immediately just logged off of Instagram for the next hour. Just kidding. I kept swiping, but still. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe someone said Samaje Perine is going to be the next Adrian Peterson. Like, clickbait. Speaking of clicks, hit that like, subscribe. You know what it is. So we got this round left after these next two picks. And then we'll do some analyzation. Another double tight end. Look at, man, Otto Thotto loves the tight end position, I guess. And so, I mean, going forward, if you need tight ends, just auto draft. If you need tight ends, just auto thoughts unite. Cole Kmet going. Any given Sunday finally grabbed a tight end. And then Kadarius Toney, Zach Charbonnet. So JT could be placed on that non-football injury list. Oh, maybe because of the contract negotiations. I am going Mr. Upside here on the new team. Elijah Moore. More. Greg Dulcich goes, and we've almost got complete teams for what this draft was meant to be. We'll probably give a little more on the bench next week as we get ready for the Followers League that is coming up in the next few weeks. Huge announcements coming up. Also, if you don't know already and don't have Sleeper, go download Sleeper. Use the promo code SHOTCALLERS to get double your deposit up to $100. It goes far. You get double your deposit and then can make double the money on bets. Over-unders, we're going to set up some best ball leagues. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we have some other stuff down the pipeline too where, we got some promo codes up the wazoo in 2023 because the shot callers are taking over, baby. Remember, Sleeper app where you should be playing all of your fantasy. Go get the pick'ems, best ball. Use promo code SHOTCALLERS and get your deposit doubled. So we got Zeke going, probably under an assumption that he will be on a new team soon, and then Desmond Ridder at the 11-8, and we'll round out. Throw a comment in if you want your team analyzed. I don't know if Don's going to be back because of technical issues, but I will analyze them to the best of my ability. But yeah, throw your team name in the comments if you want to analyze real quick, and then we'll get that cracking. And then, just another successful mock draft in the books. You got to be ready. You got to stay ready to be ready, baby. That's the only way to do it. All right. First come, first serve. And that's Money Monish with the last pick. Right. So thank you all for joining again. So at the 101, pretty standard, Patrick Mahomes, Nick Chubb And then Olave, Devontae Smith, DeAndre Hopkins. That's a pretty damn good wide receiver core. 1 year 2 quarter wide receiver, and you always want a year 2 wide receiver on your team, especially in redraft, because they have a lot of upside, and that's usually when they break out. And then, so let's see. We have Alexander Madison at 6'1", Dallas, the fancy French cheese, Godare at the 7'12", Alvin Kamara. We still don't know what's going on there, so that could be tremendous value or just a wasted pick. Kenny Pickett at the 9'12" as a backup, and then we're going to skip Evan Ingram and then OBJ. So solid wide receivers. After Nick Chubb, a little iffy on the running back depth, and probably would have drafted a couple others down here. I say the best part about this is the wide receiver core, because it is 3 wide receivers. So I'd probably give this team probably a B. Teetering maybe B+, maybe. Got a little work to do, baby girl. John Bolt, you doing grades on the teams? Yes, please. I can grade yours now. So let's see. John the Bolt of John. Let's see, where are you? All right, at the 104. Money Moon said, "Yeah, I'll take that." So we got at the 104 Josh Allen. Let's see, can I zoom in on this? Yes. Sweet. So we got Josh Allen, and then nope, that's my face. Cool, that kind of works, right? Maybe? No. So we got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Tony Pollard, Najee Harris, Keenan Allen, Dameon Pierce, Matt Stafford as the QB2, Darren Waller, Quentin Johnston, Sam Howell, and Juju. And then Juju. So I love the upside for running back here. Dameon Pierce could be a pretty big sleeper this year, but I'm not too high on him because of Devin. They brought in Devin Singletary, and his draft capital is pretty low. Matt Stafford could turn to form. He usually has a couple off years here and there. And I mean, honestly, quarterbacks in Sean McVay's system have off years for whatever reason. And also, they were both the dynamic breakfast club duo of Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp were both injured last year. Darren Waller, solid tape out of camp so far. Quentin Johnston, I mean, Justin Herbert could make any crappy wide receiver into a god. I'm not saying that Keenan Allen or Mike Williams are crappy wide receivers, but, it could happen for Quentin Johnston that Justin Herbert helps him out a bit. Sam Howell as the backup, and then Juju. I like the Stephon Diggs and Keenan Allen. The stack of Allen and Diggs. Keenan Allen is wide receiver 2. Can't go wrong there. Just, 3 wide receivers. You want to make sure that you're getting good value there. And it was pretty good. I'd probably give this B. Yeah, B minus. Just because injuries, Keenan Allen and Dameon Pierce, also Matt Stafford, also Darren Waller, and then question marks with Quentin Johnston and Juju on a new team where we don't really know what that offense is going to look like yet. But I will say that Bill O'Brien had some great years when Tom Brady was at the helm. Throw some more. If you want your team graded real quick, I'll kind of explain what I was doing here. Let's see. Let me get to mine. So I've been really loving Trevor Lawrence in the first, if you got picks 6 through 12 in SuperFlex, because I think he's going to break out in year 3. He's also a huge value at where he's going in dynasty startups as well. I just drafted him in the league we were talking about. Hopefully he gets peppered with targets. I would hope that happens because that's really his game. And we do remember Bill O'Brien and Wes Welker. So let's see. So I grabbed Travis Kelce as my second pick, Amon-Ra, and then Danny Dimes. I'm loving Danny Dimes, especially for the rushing upside. JK And I got sniped on a lot of these picks, so like it could have gone differently. It could have gone the same. Who knows? And then Brandon Ayuk upside, James Conner. I think he's the only guy on Arizona I'm drafting this year. Jahan Dotson, Antonio Gibson, the two guys that can eat in Washington. Brock Purdy is the starting quarterback for the 49ers right now. And then Elijah. So this is really an upside team. And you can draft these type of teams. Like there's not much floor, but the upside could win you a championship, and you got to risk it for the biscuit. Not one of my more favorite teams, but definitely, this is why we do it. We try to mock this out and try to get her done. If y'all have any more comments, throw it in the chat. If not, I'm probably going to wrap this up in the next minute or so. No rest for the wicked. Got to get back to work, but I wanted to get on here and do it for y'all. So apologize for the technical difficulties with Don. But hit that, smash that like, smash that subscribe. It goes a lot further than you think. Tune in next week for another SuperFlex Sunday. And we will get it cracking once again. Well, that doesn't work. I'm trying out some new things. But I will, we'll be back next week. Tomorrow, safe space, tune in. They'll be talking about some great fantasy football tips that you need to know for your redraft. And August is here. So we are drafting redraft teams as we speak. Again, smash that like, smash that subscribe. And we will be back next week. And I just want to, so let's get it cracking. Y'all know what it is. Fantasy is life. You know it's a vibe. Hit that like, smash that subscribe if you don't mind. Peace and love, y'all. Have a great week. Oh, and Shot Callers live on Wednesday. Bye.